So guys, welcome to the first video of this year. This is my first video. This is me making the first video this year. And what is today's date? Today is 5th, so I guess I'm a bit early. I should have made it on the 2nd, but I've been so lazy. Sorry guys, happy new year. Sorry it's coming this late, but it's better than February 23rd. So how is everything? Hope you had a nice vacation. I don't know if I did, because I was busy throughout. I haven't been able to make a video in about 3 weeks now, which I apologize for. I've been so busy, which is not a very good thing. I have not been consistent with coding, and I've been doing other stuff, so I apologize for that. Hope you guys are fine, and well, it's nice to be in 2021. 2020 was a lot fucked up, but surprisingly, I hope no one hold me back and bad for this. But surprisingly, 2020 was a very nice year for me because I could accomplish a lot, and I wouldn't like to go into specifics. So just a brief explanation. So how are you guys? Hope we are ready for 2021, and I know I'm just saying rubbish most of the time. So on about a week ago, when I was on Twitter. For those of you who don't know, I'm on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter as the Tom Media or Tom Media, and also on Instagram. I'm not on Facebook, but just those two. So about a week ago, I was on Twitter and I saw a lot of tweets about 2021 goal, what people want to achieve in 2021, which is a very nice thing. I saw some about starts with Ashnode, have 100 blog posts, make a video every week, create a YouTube channel, create a personal portfolio, and land a new job, something like that, which are very nice. Honestly, they are very nice. But I started and I thought about it myself. 2021, what do I want to do? But I seriously did not even come up with anything tangible. Like, my head was blocked. I've always been a blockhead, so nothing came to my head. So I just felt like, anyhow this year comes, we leave it and we play by the year. Hopefully it is favorable than 2020. So if you feel that way, if you feel like you have nothing serious, you have no plans, don't feel bad. It is quite fine. Not everyone will be the genius, but for those of you who have real plans, I'm genuinely happy for you guys. So I don't bore you guys too much. Let us jump in. So today, we're going to create something very simple. This is just a regular 404 page. And what is a 404 page? It's more like I can be when a user visits a website. Let's just check this. As I'm a blockhead. What am I saying? So 404 page. So how is it explained? Okay, when a visitor clicks on the link to delete or move page, they see a 404 page. Okay, when they also mistype a URL. So a 404 page is more like an error page. It is caused by maybe if the file is deleted from the server, or if the URL is typed wrongly, something like that. I'm not a really big fan of explanation, so it's just more like if you're lost. Like, this is just what we're going to create today. So it said, oops, looks like you are lost, then 404 location could not be found, back to the spaceship. Just some stuff I got on Dreambo, so you can check that out also. So without further ado, let's jump into Visual Studio Code. So I'm just gonna go to Visual Studio Code. You can use any text editor you like, but I guess I'll use Visual Studio Code. It has been serving me fine since who knows. So let us jump in. Just created an empty folder called 404 Node Found. You can create it wherever you want on your machine. And so the first thing I'm gonna do is create the files we need. We don't need you, and we don't need you. So I'm gonna create our index.html file. Where are you? For some reason, Visual Studio Code started lagging on my machine, which is not very great. So I'm going to create our boilerplate with exclamation shift 1, which gives us the exclamation, then tab, and it's going to create this HTML boilerplate, so we don't have to type all this crap out. So I'm going to change the title to 404 not found, found, and the body is quite simple. Like, there's less than 30 lines of code. So we're just going to have, let me see what we're going to have. We're going to have a div with the class of container. Oops, container like this, and in a div we're just going to have an h4 that says oops, oh my type, oops, then exclamation, and looks like you are lost. Then below this we're going to have an h1. An h1 says 404. Oops, not 440. And we also have an h4 also that says the location code. Oops, what am I typing? It's so long since I code. I became rusty. Couldn't be found like this, and just add a tag that links nowhere, but obviously you have it linked back to maybe the home page or wherever you want to direct the person to. So I'm going to say back to space shape, something like this, which is completely fine. So I guess we are through. This is just the HTML page, which I told you is extremely simple, just about 19 lines of code. So if I save now, I'm going to be using I know most of you know this, but for those who don't, so if you take a look, when I saved it, more like formatted a little bit, just to show you. I'm going to press Ctrl Z. So once I save, this is it by default, but when I save, take a look, it's going to more like format it. So once I save now, it formats it, it gives them the indent and makes it looks much better. That's because I'm using the Prettier extension. I know I've said this about a million times in my videos, but for those who don't know it, so to make that happen, you can just install it if you're using Visual Studio Code. So you can just go to the extension bar, which is right here, this one. Then let me make this bigger for a minute, and you can just search for Prettier. I guess I haven't installed, right? So where is it? So Prettier code formatter, and you can install it. And this is the auto, so you can just install it. I haven't installed already, so once you install it, I would like to show you just the setting of mine. So you can just search for, what do you search for? Save on format, something like this, and hopefully this music is not, this background music is not disturbing, because I just don't want to continue using the regular no background noise, no background music at all that. So hopefully you guys like it, and if you guys have a comment or have a complaint, let me know in the comments below, and I will work on that. So you can also save on format, and okay, I guess it's format on save. I'm an old man, format on save, something like this. So by default this should be unchecked, so you want to check it if you want it to work like that. So what this is going to do is it's going to format the page whenever you save a file. So it's going to format it. So, and you can also search for let me see, that should be pretty much up, but you can also search for Prettier, just if you want to be extremely identical. So I just want to say this, and you can scroll down to let me see, when you're using React, when I'm using JSX, I use single quote. So if you are not using single quote, you can uncheck this, and let me see, I'm also using semicolons in JavaScript, so I have this checked. You can check it if you use semicolon. I'm also using single quotes in JavaScript. My tab width is 3, and that's pretty much all I would like to show you guys. So, and I'm also going to be using the live server extension, which most of you probably know. So the live server extension, where is it? You can just search for live server, and it should pop up. So which is right here. So this is live server extension. So it makes it what it does, and I have a video where I explain some of the Visual Studio Code extension. So I will leave a link in the description if I remember. So what it does is it reloads the page whenever you save a file. So when I save an index file, it reloads the page, something like that. So I don't have to keep coming to hit the reload button now and then. That's just what that does. So just wanted to say you can install it if you want. So once you've installed it, let me close this up. So once you have installed it, you should have where is it? I can no longer find it, but you could have this in like a button which says live server or go live, something like that. But I can just right click and open with live server, and it's going to start on my default browser, which is Mozilla Firefox, on a port of 5500. So which opens like this, which looks very empty right now. So I can just close this up. So it looks like this. So if you're using the live server extension, then once you save a file, it's going to update. So just to show you, if I come here and add an additional 0 to this and I save, and I come back to my browser, it's get added. I don't have to keep hitting the reload button every now and then. This is not compulsory you open it like this. You can open it in your file system. Just go to your file system and navigate to wherever it is. So but now I'm not doing that in this video. So and then you just have to hit the reload button now and then. So let us continue right now. Get rid of that. So I'm going to create, let me see, before we forget, we're going to use the font called, I don't know what it's called. So let's just go to fonts.google.com, fonts.google.com, and what do we search for? We search for a okay, this is it. So this is what I use, Acme. So I just grab this. So you can just search for that and click on select this style and copy this. So I'm gonna copy this and come and paste it above so I do not forget. So paste, and once I save, it's going to format because of the Prettier extension. So it is very useful. You don't have to worry about the beauty of your code. It's going to format it for you. And I'm going to keep this page open because we have to grab the CSS link here also. Sorry about that. So I'm going to keep it open, and let us create our CSS file. So I'm going to create our style.css, and I'm also going to link it just so I do not forget. So link our style.css and save, and we should be good for this. I guess we can close this up. We don't really have anything to do with this. So we're going to create our basic resets just to remove every default margin and padding. So what is asterisk, what I did this means, what this asterisk means is it grabs everything on the page, which includes all h1 and all padding, all inputs, all forms. It grabs everything on the page. So what I want to do is I want to remove the default margin and padding, because by default h1 have their own default margin, and just to show you, where am I? So yeah, so this margin, which is this space between the h1 and the h4, it is the default margin. This space to the left and so on. So once I just to remove that so it does not mess around with my own padding and margin. So it is very simple. I can just say margin of 0 and padding of 0, then box sizing, border box, and save. And when I take a look now, they are all stuck to the left, so the default margin and padding are gone, which is what we want. Praise the Lord. So I'm going to go to our body now. I'm just going to grab the font family, because this is not the font we want to use. We want to use this Acme font, and the default will be sans serif, because like David said, Google sucks, just in case they do not work. So if I save them and take a look, the font should have taken effect. So then I can close this now. Oops, close. So now the font has changed, which is fine. So I'm going to increase the font size and just add some stuff to it. So I'm going to give it a font size of 17 pixels. I'm going to increase the line height to 1.7 and give it a background color of, let me see, what is this? This is E2A 1A2, just like a really light gray. So if I save now and take a look, it looks like this. So I'm gonna change the color to a really dark color and make it display of flex, just so that we center everything both horizontally and vertically, because I want it to be in the center. So I'm gonna say display of flex, I'll say align. And for those of you who don't know like what I did in this place, let me like undo. Right now I said display of flex, and my cursor it is still in between this it is still in between this line, and I want to get to the next line. Instead of going out of the semicolon then coming to the next line, all I could do is, if all I'm in here, you can just hold Control then enter. It's going to go to the next line automatically. So wherever you are, you can just hold Control and enter. That's going to do it. Just thought of explaining it for those who don't know. So we're going to say display of flex, align items to the center, and justify contents to the center. If I save and we take a look, it looks like this. So it's align it vertically and also horizontally, but using this is not aligned vertically is because the body does not have an height. So I'm going to give it an height of 100 viewport, and I'm also I'm also going to give it I'm having an hard time right now. So I'm going to give it an overflow of hidden, so there's no scroll bars at all. So if I save them and take a look, it looks like this. So I'm also going to give it a, I'm going to say text align to the center, just to center it also. And I guess we are through the body, so we can go to the container right now, and I'm going to say dot container. And what will I do to the container, just so we see, I'm going to grab I'm going to use a background image which I'm going to grab from Pexus. So let's go to pexus.com. And for those of you who don't know what Pexus is an awesome website for free stock images. So it is used for a lot of images. So the one I used was stars, so I just searched for it about an hour ago. So I just comb through this and get the one I used. So where are you? I just used it an hour ago, so I should still see it, hopefully. Oh no, I'm not seeing it. Let's check this carefully. And for those of you who are watching this like another time, maybe a year or in 2 years time, you may no longer see the image. So I'm going to put a link in the description to the remote image, so you can grab it there. I could have sworn I got this thing about an hour ago. So where are you? Sorry about this, guys. I just want us to use the same image so we are identical. So I could have sworn I got it not long ago, about an hour ago. So okay, right here. So this is the image I used. So I'm gonna you can download it if you want to download it, but I'm not going to download it. I'm going to just copy the link. I'm going to say copy image location, and I'm going to give the container a background color, almost in a background image rather. So I'm going to say background dash image. I'm going to give it a URL and put the location, which is that. And if I save them, take a look, let's see what happens. So I can close this, I guess. So it looks like this, which is small and concise, because what the background image will do is take the size of the content. So you're just going to take this size. So let's increase it a little bit. So let's give it a width of, let me see, of 85%, and give it an height of 85% like this. And what should we do? I save them and take a look. It looks like this. So let's just change the color to like a white color, so we see this better. I'm gonna change the color to a white. Oops, this is not a white color, a white color, and so we see that better. So it looks like this. But if we take a look, it's almost like this is not how we want the image to look like. It is pushed to the bottom. So to fix that, we're gonna come in, we're gonna say background, let me see, background position to the center. I'm going to give it a background size of cover and save. That should do the trick. So let's just take a look. It looks like this. So this looks alright, I guess. This is what we did. So let me also add the background repeat of no repeat. So just to be safe, so background repeats of no repeat and save, and that should be good. So I also like to send that is horizontally and also vertically. So I'm gonna give it a display of flex like we did. I guess I can copy this. Let me see, I can copy this, copy and paste this and save. and it looks like this. Wow, this is funny. But this is just a regular flex box. Align items to the center and justify content to the center. But for those who don't know, the flex default flex property is in a row, so that's the default direction. It will always go in a row. So to prevent that, because right now this is not what we want it to go in a column, which is from up to down. So to prevent that, when we say flex direction, flex direction to colon, so that should prevent it, and it should look much better now, which is this. So this should be all. Let me see, what else would we want to do. Also like to okay, give it the rounded corners. So we're gonna say border radius of 30 pixels, and that should be fine. So give it the rounded corners like in a funnel project. I wouldn't like this video takes so long, so I'm gonna go a little bit faster now. So I'm gonna grab all h4s in it. So I'm gonna say h4, and what would I like to do to the h4? I like to increase the font size to about 1.7 rem. 1.7 rem, and also give it a text transform to uppercase, and give it a word spacing to put space between the words of 10 pixels, and change the color to a white color. The color is white already, so there's no need for that. So if I save now and take a look, it looks like this, which looks much better. But we also want to make the h1 a little bit prominent, so we're going to call the h1 also. I'm going to say font size of 10 rem. Wow, I must be drunk, but that did work, so we are fine. So this is the font size, but I would like to change the color of this h1 a little bit, because right now I don't want it to be this white. So I'm going to come here, I'm going to say color to, let me see, what's the color, to an RGB color of let me see, 233 like this, and save. So it looks like this, which is much better. I guess we're almost through. So last thing remaining is the link. I'm gonna say for the a tag, I'm gonna change the color to a white color. I'm gonna get rid of the text decoration to none, and what would I like to do also, I'm going to give it some padding. It's going to say padding of 0.7 rem top and bottom, then 2 rem left to right. If we stay on take a look, you cannot really see it because there's no background color. So I'm going to say a background color of just a really light gray, so it looks like this. I'm going to change the color. Oops, I should have given it a dark color rather, so I'm going to give it a color of black. See, it looks not black, I'm sorry about this, a gray color rather. So it looks like this. I'm also going to I guess I'll change this thing, I'll make it text transform to uppercase, just make it uppercase, and add some margin of 1.5 rem on top and bottom, 0 on the left and 0 on the bottom, and also 0 on the right, something like this. So if we take a look now, it looks like this, which is all right. So what else would we like to do? I guess this is fine. I guess we are through right now. So I told you guys this is very simple, but the last thing I like to do is the responsiveness, because right now on smaller screen it looks better now, but on smaller screen of about this size, then it is not that great. So I just like to change it a little bit. I'm gonna come and say at media, then max width of about 680 pixels. So for those of you who don't know, what the media query does is, for screen that are 680 pixels or less, which is about this size, this is about 680 pixels. So whatever style we're putting is going to take effect. So what we want to do is just increase the width of the container. I'm going to say dot container, and for that I'm going to give it a width of 95%, and also give it a width of 95%, and also an height of 95%, and that should be all. So if you save now and take a look, it looks like this. So if you like, you can reduce the font size of this, but I like it this way, so feel free to mess around with it. So it looks like this, and it looks like this on a larger screen also. And Oops, that's all. Quite simple. I told you guys it took less code. This is just less than this is about 61 line of code, and also the index file is less than 30 line of code. So that was quite easy, just something simple, nothing really fancy. So that's it, guys. Hopefully you guys like the video and enjoy it. I don't know what to say right now. I'm so happy I can make this video now, and hopefully I've not spent too much time. So thanks for watching. Leave a like if you like the video, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, please. I really appreciate that. And comment if you have other questions, if you have other things to talk about, comment. And I guess that would be it. And for those of you who would like to know about me, who would like to know about me in personal details, you can follow me on social media at the Tom Media, and that's on Twitter and also on Instagram. So feel free, and I follow back. I'm not a proud person. Oops, that was just by the way. So thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.